Last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run with Sanders off the option. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this one.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Eagles at 2-6 now on the year. They come in losers at 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
19 right.
Hurts. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at the 20. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it. Completes it to Samuel. And he's going to have a Commander's first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. But they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. First down, Howell to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. But give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has. And if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And some room to work. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Caught by Turner. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 10 more there and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
From the 8, they've got it first and goal. Out of the gun, it's Howell. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Second down and goal. Powell. Dodson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Commanders 7, Eagles nothing.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. '20, 10, good. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get into the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Hurts finding Goddard there. First down, Philadelphia.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it, and the Commanders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Robinson up the middle. And he's going to take this close to the 1st down marker as he's stopped at the Eagles' 27. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go play action. Powell. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your...
And Hurts is intercepted. His third of the game. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. You start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. Right? This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Hurts. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be fourth down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the first down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Well, that's third down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Now Howell. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now, light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On the draw, Robinson. And he'll go down at the 28. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Foul to the air on 1st and 10. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Jahan Dotson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Hurts throw complete there to Smith.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead's down to 24. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. This one fielded at the 5.
Jahan Dotson on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. Takes it at the 7. Past midfield. Look out. Still going past the 30. And a terrific return as they finally do stop him, but not before he's inside the 15.
That's a tremendous start to the third quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire first half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Again, it's Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. But CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
Hey, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
18 runners.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Hurts sets up to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On 1st down, Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Here's Hurts to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Commanders are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Powell out of his own end zone. Taking a shot for Samuel. This is intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
On the slant, he's got Sanders. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. From the 36, Hurts. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
Well, they got a takeaway on the last drive with an interception. How about this sack as a terrific follow-up? And that keeps pressure on this offense, and it could force them into more rush decisions or another turnover.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. Touchdown, Eagles. Zach Pascal, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is down to 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They go play action with Howell.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. A.J. Brown, a 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles get a bit closer. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting at my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
Hurts will throw.
He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage of the 4th, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Second down, Howell back to pass.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 73 yards.
And the Commanders are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Commanders 45, Eagles 22.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their...
And now here is another interception.
And the Commanders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Let's go.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Robinson with another carry.
And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line.
74 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays, really hurts the team on defense.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
In prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly,